How you doing? This is Chef Daikel Holton. Today I'm going to show you how to make an apple pie galette. So you're going to start with 10 tablespoons of butter and about 1 1/4 cup of flour. We're going to add it to a food processor. And what we're looking for here is for the butter to not be completely pureed or mixed, but where you see little beads of butter, so it's butter mixed throughout. You're going to give it a couple pulses. So what you're looking for here is these little beads of butter. So I'm gonna turn this on, slowly stream in my ice water. If you work it, you'll hear the ice moving in there. You'll kind of see that it's become this really nice dough. It's not wet, not too wet, but it's completely mixed. And the butter's in there. You see butter throughout it. So I'm gonna move this over to a floured board. You don't want too much flour. We're gonna roll this out to the desired shape that we want. Cut it so we have workable pieces. So I'll just do 4 pieces. And then from that 4, we'll use one and we can set this other one aside. In the meantime, while it rests and waits, we're gonna make the filling, which is just like a classic apple pie filling. Nothing too crazy. Cinnamon, sugar, salt, a little bit of lemon juice, cornstarch to thicken. So we're gonna take an apple. Gala's cool. Whatever your preference is, totally up to you. Granny Smith is good in this, but I like Gala because they're sweet, a little bit sour, and they hold a nice texture. So it's not just like eating mush when you make these. So we're just gonna peel the apple, cut into cubes or slices, whatever your preference is. I'm gonna do slices today because I want this nice like fan effect. So we're gonna do thinly sliced apple. So from here, we're gonna take our apple, add it into a pan or a pot, whatever your preference. I have cinnamon sugar, nutmeg, and a little bit of allspice in here. I'm gonna just dust it. I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice to keep the apples from browning. I'm also gonna add a pinch of salt. Cornstarch, which I told you about, which is about a teaspoon. That'll help thicken it. And just a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla paste. Vanilla extract works as well, whatever your preference. And then a splash of water. So it's important that the apples are soft, but not too soft before you add them into that pie dough that we made. I'm gonna add a little more cinnamon sugar just for flavor purposes. All right, so that's done. Now we're gonna build our galette. Take a little more flour, grab our pie dough that I molded. I'm gonna remold it because I have a little too many holes in there. That's okay. I'm gonna take a ring mold You can use a cup or anything you have on hand. You're just gonna fill the center of your galette dough. And once you add this, it's important that you don't fill it too high because you still have to close it. So a galette, in French terms, is considered a flat cake. So it's open at the top. It's very similar to pie, but I prefer these over pies any day. So I'm just gonna press a little bit. And then from here, you crimp your edges. It doesn't have to be perfect. The most important thing is just making sure that you get this nice round, flat at the bottom, open face pastry. So I'm gonna transfer this to a sprayed baking sheet. I'm gonna bake it at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. So at home, if you're using this, if you have a conventional oven, you could do 375. Convection ovens are what we use here. We typically have fans on these. So if you want to go low fan for your conventional oven, or I'm sorry, your convection oven, 400 degrees low fan is right what you need. It's exactly what you need. So this is the finished product, doing a nice little quenelle of whipped cream, just a little bit of vanilla bean, and that is your apple pie galette.